An emphatic double bill of wins on a searing hot bank holiday weekend saw the Breaks catapult themselves up the table into the dizzy heights of 6th place. They return to the Phillips 66 seeking their 4th win of the campaign, which would see them finish their first month of fixtures on 14 points. A win today and Leamington will round off the month of August 3 points better off than they were at the same stage last season and 11 points better off than the season before, a stat that displays Paul Holloran's aspirations for his side in the coming campaign. Bank Holiday Monday marked Leamington's first win at the new Bucks Head since December 2012 as they came away 3-1 victors against Telford United. Kieran Keane keeps his place at left back. George Carline makes his third start at right back following his loan from Solihull Moors. After finishing 6th last season, Blyth Spartans travelled to the Phillips 66 in search of their first win of the campaign. Just 1 point from their opening 6 league games means that they sit rock bottom of the league table. On the final day of the August fixture list, Blyth will be desperate to claim their first 3 points of the season here today. It's launched towards Edwards, headed inside. Anderson will keep it alive. Over the top in towards Gittins. Let's get outside of his foot. We'll come up for March, who plays over the crossbar. We call it to Leamington. Josh March's shot just taking a nick. Anderson delivers. Edwards heads back across. It's cleared away by Ritson. And watched out of play by Kieran Dunbar. Edwards looks to flick on Mason, hooks away. Lane just caught under the ball. Keane has to intervene. Wrightson with time to bring it down and drive towards the Leamington goal. Good footwork from the number 7. Turns back inside and plays a lovely ball through towards Scott. Good goal given in by Jake Weaver.
Yeah, come out nice and confident. Shut the angle down and made himself nice and big.
Foden's kick is along the ground and short, allowing Dunbar to flick on towards March. March could be in here, and it's whiskers over the crossbar via deflection from Chris Mason. The centre-back kept up with Josh March well and managed to get a touch on it to send it over the crossbar. But Blyth Spartans causing all their own problems. Mark Foden with a wayward goal kick, allowing Dunbar to play through Josh March, who saw his shot just drive over the crossbar. Carline with plenty of time to turn and face the Blyth Spartans goal, takes it away from Robbie Dale well, and this time can search up towards Gittins, who looks to head inside. Dunbar takes it up. Anderson, here's Edwards. Carline has made tracks down the right hand side to join the attack. It's Carline's ball into the penalty area. Dunbar is waiting, heads it back across. Anderson couldn't apply the finishing touch, and it's cleared away by Blyth Spartans. What a chance for Leamington. Good build-up play from the home side. Back in towards Dunbar, but he has been denied by the offside flag. But Jordan Murphy, a chance for Leamington to take the lead there.
Yeah, great chance. It's good, patient build-up. George, good ball. He took enough off it that it stayed on the pitch, and Kieran's done well to head it across.
Foden's come an awful long way. It's headed across the face of goal. Leamington player goes down, and it's inches wide of the goal. Leamington can't turn it in. Once again, George Carline will look to cause problems in this Blyth Spartans penalty area. Headed away by Robson. Carline sends it back into the penalty area, and it's Josh March straight into the body of Mark Foden. Anywhere else, and you would have seen that nestling in the back of the net, Jordan.
Yeah, I think March he's made too good contact on it. If he shanks that, it goes past the keeper, and we're 1-0 up.
Anderson looking to keep the move alive. Couldn't quite get a toe on the ball. Dale able to head away. Roberts picks it up in the midfield, looks to skip away from the Leamington players. It's been forced out wide. Scott's made the run beyond him. Carline standing his ground well now. Dunbar looks to exploit the space left by Oliver Scott. Here's Clark. Rolls it towards Gittins. He helps on to Keane. Gittins once again. This time will go into the penalty area. March is there. Can't keep his header down. But again, patient build-up play. The ball finally came in. A driven ball by Callum Gittins. Josh March peeled away from his marker, but March unable to keep his effort down. Keane picks up in the midfield. Gittins has to be careful. Keane takes over well and can drive towards the Blyth back line now. Here's Anderson. Looking to skip inside, but Mwanda stops him in his tracks. The ball is still alive with Kieran Keane. Across the face of goal. Waiting at the back post is Edwards. Can't make any clear contact on it. And Blyth Spartans can hook away. Edwards flicks on towards March. Carline finds the feet of Dunbar. Let's play back to the right back. First time cross in towards Cayman Anderson's. Connected with his thigh more than anything else. Couldn't quite get any convincing contact on the effort. And he rolls harmlessly through to Mark Foden. Weaver, it's up towards Shamsi. He challenges well. It's headed on towards March. Flicks on towards the substitute Shamsi. Well watched by Ritson. Here's March once again, right hand side. Good footwork from him to get away from the fullback. Still going March. Goes down to the penalty area. And the referee points to the spot. And Josh March picks himself right up to claim the ball and put it on that spot 12 yards out.
It's a familiar sight, isn't it? It's a familiar sight. To be fair, that one looks more of a penalty than any of the ones we've seen so far.
Fantastic work by Josh March on the right hand side. Fancy footwork from him just to turn his defender. And just drew Scott into the foul. And it will be Josh March from the spot. Josh March steps up and converts into the top corner to give Leamington the lead. It's a breakthrough for Leamington. 18 minutes after half time, they take the lead against the side of the rock bottom of the National League North, and it's Josh March from the penalty spot. Leamington 1, Blyth Spartans 0, Jordan.
Yeah, confident penalty, which you've come to see from Josh. Well, no, like we said in the build-up, he's done well. He's beat his man, drove into the box, and it was a convincing foul. It's a definite penalty. But it's what we needed to settle the game a bit now. And all pressure goes to Blyth.
And it's Leamington who lead by a goal to 0 here, as Blyth Spartans make a double change with, both at the front men making way. It's Robbie Dale and Adam Wrightson, the two arguably most threatening people that Blyth have had on the pitch all game. Here's Roberts. Left-footed ball out towards Scott. And it's hooked over his own crossbar. It looked like by James Mace, but it's actually a Blyth player who's got the final touch on it. Will be a goal kick as Jake Weaver has stayed on the deck. That's a worrying sign for Leamington. Shamsi will deliver with his left foot. And it comes. It's long. It's towards Lane, who is falling at the back post. And it's turned home by Josh March. His second of the game. And Leamington give themselves a 2-goal cushion half an hour into the second half. It wasn't pretty, but Paul Holleran won't care. Josh March on hand after recovering from a slight knock. Retook the field of play and gobbled up the chance at the back post. 2-0 to the break, Jordan.
Yeah, good work initially by Cayman to bring it down on the spin and direct his effort goalwards. We'll have to watch it again to see if it was actually going in, but Josh March does what all good strikers do and just lurks waiting for his chance and pounces on it when needed.
A scramble in the penalty area capitalised on by Josh March, who claims his brace and makes it 2-0 to the home side. Here's Edwards. Helps on towards Anderson inside. Taylor takes it up. Deflected on its way through, really took the sting out of it. As the referee just takes one or two glances at his watch. We will play on here. Mwanda heads forward. Mace hooks away. Anderson battling with Evans. Unlucky to not keep the ball in play there, Cayman Anderson. Ball play through towards Fennick. And the referee brings an end to proceedings, and it's 3 wins on the bounce for Leamington as they retain their unbeaten home record in this 2019-2020 campaign. They move to 14 points, and it wasn't pretty in places, Jordan, but it's another 3 points for Leamington.
Sometimes you'd rather play ugly football and win a game. That's not necessarily what we've done here, but like you said, the game hasn't been the prettiest. But what matters is 3 points and to top off a great week.
On a windy day here, the turbulence continues to mount up against Lee Clark and Blyth Spartans, but for Leamington, they move to 14 points. It's finished here, Leamington 2, Blyth Spartans 0.
So Josh, the weather conditions were quite bad this afternoon. How was it out there for yourself?
Well, yeah, we struggled a bit to get hold of the game first half with the wind and that. But second half, I think the wind suited us going against us because we could push up the pitch and the ball would stay in play without the ball running out.
Obviously, another good performance for yourself. Another 2 goals to add to your tally. Did it feel like it weren't going to come? Did it feel like it weren't going to be your afternoon?
Well, after the first half, yeah, I was very frustrated because I missed a few chances, and he's lost my head a bit coming into half time. But to be fair to the lads, this says chin up, you go again, you'll get your goal. And luckily, got the penalty and then got the second and got the 3 points. So
Paul, another great win out there where the conditions weren't ideal again, though.
No, it was tough. Yeah. It's probably the first experience for a few of the boys as well. And I think a little bit frustrated at half time because he just overhit a lot of things. Probably could have got another pass in here and there. Just went back to front a little bit too quickly. Plenty of effort there, plenty of endeavour, and we had chances and we didn't take them. But listen, in this league, they play all the way down. Listen, Blyth are having a bit of a tough time at the moment, but you could see today there's plenty of spirit there, there's plenty of fight there, causes problems, and we know we'd have to work really hard to get something out of the game. I'd sort of watched the last couple of games, and they haven't had the rub of the green. There's no doubt about that. But I think if they keep putting in them performances, that I think the results will turn. So we had to work really hard. And then second half, we played the conditions much better. It was actually probably easier today coming into the wind. It held up more. We got a couple of more passes in, got the fullbacks more in the game. And then listen, and probably in the end deserved it. And some really good performances second half.
I was going to say, performances out there. Another good one from Josh March. He seems to get a goal every game for you at the minute.
Yeah, he's doing really well. And it was when we moved him to the right of the 3. That he was even more effective. He did brilliantly for the penalty and finished it, and then he was alive for the second ball for the second goal. Yeah, now listen, he's like a few of them here. They're good, honest lads. Like him and Cayman and Ravi and Connor Taylor on them, Jack Edwards. They work really hard. They put the legwork in. It's great when you see kids like that getting the reward. And he's enjoying the moment, enjoying the spell. If he keeps working hard. Keeps applying himself correctly, then I'm sure the goals will keep coming and the assists. No, he's had a fantastic start, and he was certainly one that I thought could, watched him enough last year. He had the tools, shall we say. But now he's done really well. Suits our system really well, and you're always happy when you see a few young boys here like Kaim and like say Ravi, Gift, Josh, coming up from leagues below and making an impact. It's great because, Josh's a great example, for a lot of young kids who come out the pro game and then not sure. Too many kids don't play, so he went and played at Causeway, and there's a lesson to be learnt there. Just play football. Sometimes 16, 17, 18, kids will go and put tracksuits on down. Just go and play. No matter what level you play, just get playing, get your boots dirty, get your gloves dirty. And he's done that and worked his way up the leagues. It's great that he's now. It's took a few years, but that's how it works. Same with Stenson last year. So, no, it's great. And, he's done really well. But like you say, there was lots and lots of 7 and 8 out of 10 second half.
And Ravi Shambies actually seems to be getting a bit of a following from the Leamington fans. Do you think he'll be one to watch this year? Hopefully,
yeah. I mean, he was fantastic on Monday. Just feel at the moment, his role at the moment is that bit of an impact. You can see him coming on, in spells in games. Certainly when you need a goal, he's that kind of player. And it's, he was behind obviously with his little operation he had pre-season, so he's still getting up to speed. But yeah, what supporters want to see. He can go either way. He's got a trick, and like you seen on Monday, he can score some fantastic goals. So, he's one that we're hoping that he can, like Josh, can kick on and go up another notch and see where it takes him. But yeah, we're pleased with him.